In the deep forest among tall pines and silver firs lived a little squirrel named Bella, small, reddish, with a fluffy tail that shivered at the slightest breeze. She always loved autumn, when leaves crunched under her paws and the air smelled of nuts and moss. But this year, winter came too early. Bella hadn't gathered enough food when heavy gray clouds covered the sky and the first snowflakes began to fall. The forest froze in white silence. Birds stopped singing, hedgehogs hid in their burrows, and even the old bear sighed and went into hibernation earlier than usual. Bella ran from tree to tree searching for nuts, but they were getting harder to find. Arguments broke out. The rabbits blamed the squirrels for taking all the pine cones, and the fox sneakily snooped around hiding places looking for something to eat. Bella watched all this and felt her heart tighten. She didn't understand. How could the forest, once so warm and kind, suddenly feel so cold, not just from the snow, but from everyone's indifference? And then she decided, if kindness could freeze, it needed to be warmed again. But how? She didn't yet know that the answer was hidden deep in the heart of the forest itself. The next morning, Bella woke to a quiet rustling, like a song. The wind moved through the branches, and it seemed like the forest was whispering something old and important. She perked up her ears and heard, "Kindness never disappears. It just falls asleep." The words were faint, like the earth itself had whispered them. Bella shivered. She remembered her mom once told her that sometimes the old trees could speak. She hurried toward the tallest fir in the whole forest, an ancient one, wide-branched, reaching up to the sky. "Wake the kindness and winter will become gentle," whispered the tree in a low, warm voice. "But how?" asked Bella. "I'm just a little squirrel." In reply, a branch gently touched her head and sprinkled snow down like glitter. "Look where hearts still remember warmth, and don't be afraid to be the first." Bella felt a little spark light up in her chest. She didn't know what lay ahead, but for the first time in days she felt a little warmer. Without wasting time, she set off through the snowy forest to find where kindness is born. Bella was hopping between trees when she heard a quarrel. Near a thorn bush stood 3 rabbit brothers, arguing over a single carrot they had found under the snow. "It's mine," shouted one. "I saw it first," complained the second. "But I'm hungry," whimpered the youngest. Bella froze behind a stump. She saw how hungry they all were, but none wanted to give in. Then, without thinking, she ran up and placed her only pine cone full of nuts in front of them. "Here," she said softly. "I'll find another one for myself." The rabbits looked at her in shock, as if they couldn't believe their eyes. The oldest carefully placed the carrot between them, broke it into 3 pieces, and gave one to Bella. "Together is warmer," he said, and all 3 smiled. At that moment, the wind calmed, and the snow around them glowed softly, as if the forest itself had noticed their act. Bella looked up. On a branch of the old fir, a golden leaf shimmered, even though it was winter. "Awakening," whispered the wind. Bella understood. Every time someone shares, the forest wakes up a little more. And this was just the beginning. After sharing her pine cone, Bella felt a strange warmth, like something deep in the earth had come alive. As she continued, she noticed the trees seemed to lean closer to one another, their branches weaving together like a protective roof over her. But then she heard a soft groan. She stopped and saw an old oak with a cracked trunk. Inside, its roots looked dry and wounded. "Help me," whispered the oak in a low, tired voice. Bella was confused. "But I don't know how." "Kindness will always find a way," it answered. So she ran to a stream that wasn't fully frozen, scooped some water with her little paws, and carried it to the oak's roots. The drops sparkled like tiny diamonds. "Drink," she whispered. The tree trembled, and sparks of light ran along its bark and disappeared under the snow. Suddenly the forest filled with a gentle rustling, as if it exhaled for the first time in a long while. Birds started singing, and golden lines appeared in the branches like threads of sunshine. Bella smiled. Now she knew kindness wasn't just sharing food. It was also healing, listening, and helping those no one else noticed. A few days passed, and Bella hardly recognized the forest. Where once it was cold and silent, signs of life appeared. Rabbits shared carrots, chickadees brought seeds to squirrels, and even the old fox began leaving bits of food near the hedgehog's den. The forest seemed to wake up, breathe, and shine with invisible warmth. Bella noticed that everywhere she had once done a kind deed, something glowed. A shiny ice drop, a twinkling leaf, or a gentle green sprout peeking through the snow. But with each day, the snow grew deeper and the cold stronger. The animals worried a new storm might destroy everything again. That evening, Bella sat under the old fir, her paws to her chest, when she heard the familiar whisper, "Kindness grows when you don't stop believing." She looked up and saw a soft light appear in the sky, as if someone had lit a lantern in the dark. Bella felt it was a sign. The forest wasn't just waking up. It was preparing for something bigger. And maybe she was the one meant to uncover the final secret of where kindness is born. The next morning, Bella went deeper than ever before, into the very heart of the forest, where the trees stood close together and the snow lay untouched. The air was still and silvery, every sound echoing like a memory. She walked until she saw a strange light between the trees, soft, warm, golden. Passing through the last row of firs, Bella stopped. Before her stood an enormous tree, older than all the others, its branches reaching high into the sky, and in its trunk glowed a pulsing light, like a drop of sunlight locked in wood. "This is the heart of the forest," came a gentle voice, like part of the wind itself. "It sleeps when the world forgets kindness. But you, little Bella, have awakened it." Bella looked up, and warm tears filled her eyes. "I just wanted everyone to feel better," she whispered. "And that was enough," the voice replied. "Because kindness doesn't need strength, just a sincere heart." The heart of the forest glowed brighter, and the snow around turned into sparks of light. A breeze rose and spread the warm glow far and wide. To every tree, burrow, and nest, the forest breathed, lived, and shone once more. As the heart of the forest's light spread, Bella felt something gentle and warm touch her paws, like the first rays of morning. She slowly made her way back, and on the way she saw how everything changed. Buds appeared on branches, birds sang, and the snow melted, revealing green grass. Her little heart raced with joy. When Bella returned to her friends, the rabbits, chickadees, hedgehogs, and even the fox, they all looked at her in awe. "What did you do?" asked the youngest rabbit. Bella smiled. "I just kept trying to do good, even when it was hard," she replied. Just then, the last snowflake fell from the sky, big, shiny, shaped like a heart. It touched the ground, and from it grew a tiny green sprout. "This is where kindness is born," Bella whispered. The forest rustled in agreement. Since then, every spring on that very spot, a magical tree blooms, glowing softly at night with golden light. The animals say it remembers every kind deed, and even in the coldest winters when the wind howls through the branches, Anyone who believes in kindness can see a gentle light glowing deep in the forest where kindness is born. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed the story, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one.